Dukes, is morning somewhere, so might as well have the morning run. Easy. Up, get your stretching in, and let's get it in. Let's go have some fun on this morning run. Uncle Neely, Philip Dukes, Big Dog Chico. We're back up here for another one. One more again, as they say. How y'all doing?
Man, doing good on this end, brother, man. We got that first day of practice behind us. I know we're gonna talk about that. A lot of exciting things taking place in the sports landscape across the world, including OKC Thunder and Celtics. A lot to talk about, man. There's a lot to get into. But first, all I got to say is,
now. Everybody listening here.
Hey, what's the weather like where y'all at, man? It's a beautiful day in Atlanta. What's the weather like where y'all at?
Beautiful day in Boulder, man. Really not a cloud in the sky, mild temperatures. We got fooled yesterday, though. Coach Prime wanted us to practice outside, but once we stepped out there, it's like, okay, we might didn't think this through. It was a little nippy yesterday morning, but it's been above average temperatures, man. It's not expected to be really truly cold here during any of this first phase of spring ball.
Nice.
What about you, Chico? I know you in paradise.
Well, yeah, the weather here is usually the same. If you look behind me, that's how it is all the
time. like in December, like right now, what's the high for today? Not December. It's March. Damn.
March already.
Yeah, it's March. Golly. Like for March, like what's the high?
I would have to look and see, but I would bet that the high would be like 80, 82 degrees.
Oh, that's hard. Like that. And what's the high like in December? On average?
80, 82 degrees.
So it's always 80, 82. Do it ever get real hot?
It can in the summertime. You get like a 95 or so.
Yeah.
Probably, them the days you go straight to the beach. But other than that, it's
to the lagoon.
To the lagoon.
To the lagoon. Uncle Neely called it something else, but definitely lagoon.
Ninja Beach.
Ninja Beach.
Where all the samurais go.
I like that.
The mongooses. He out on the beach, y'all, telling us, trying to make us envious. And then the camera shot looked like a Komodo dragon run by. We're like, man, what the hell is that? It's just a mongoose. Man, look, dog.
Just a mongoose.
Ninja dog.
Yeah,
Ninja dog.
That's exactly what it was.
Unbelievable. Well, I know some people would be able to enjoy this beach type weather after practicing yesterday in some cold weather. How is it in Atlanta right now?
It's 70.
70?
Clear. Yeah, it's 70.
I saw a clip that Juvenile, the rapper, posted, and he was in the snow, and he said he was in New Orleans. Was this an old video, or is this right now? What's going on down there in the South?
This was a few weeks ago. It snowed heavy down in New Orleans. This is when that I was home during the time. This is when that snowstorm went across the snow.
Okay.
It had a major snow in New Orleans.
Yeah, I think I saw that, but I just saw the video he posted, so I was like, I know it's not snowing again.
No. Oh, that's over with. No, it's the weather finna break. It's gonna get it's finna be pump fake wintertime. I mean pump fake spring. So this is baby spring. Then you get the return of winter. Then you get pump fake spring, and then you get spring. That's how I go down here like Southeast. Wait, man, Chico, you from Sam. I be forgetting.
Pump fake spring. I miss thunderstorms.
Y'all don't get thunderstorms, right?
No, dog.
What y'all get?
I probably had one thunderstorm that I remember. So yeah, we don't get those hard.
You don't get something, typhoon, something coming through there now.
It's very rare. You might get some heavy pouring rain, but I'm talking about those down south thunderstorms.
Lightning strikes.
You hear. Yeah, lightning strikes, and everybody say, don't move. Go like we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
Sit down in the house, turn the TV off. Yeah, all of that stuff.
Hey Chico, I emailed a clip to you. I emailed that Reverend BJ Nelson clip that I could dish down. So check your email while we on. We got to make sure we play that old now moment on the morning run. It might take a minute for it to come through, but I just sent it to you.
Okay. I'll find it. But until
And
then,
so we
go ahead, dudes.
so right now, a really exciting time for us and Colorado fans across the country with the start of spring practice. Uncle Neely was on location. He was there. He got to take it all in. And if you haven't, go check out the day zero video that Uncle Neely has, where he takes you through the staff meetings in a way nobody else has. So Uncle Neely, talk to us about the energy day one in Colorado for spring practice and anything that stood out to you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That shout out there, Dukes. Day zero drop that was for Monday's content, and day one is actually up right now and has been doing numbers this morning. Taking you inside behind the scenes from the Uncle Neely Cam, and also in there with Chef Solomon, what he's got cooking up for the team. I'm gonna tell you, man, I think in a couple of words, man, optimism, excitement. I really do believe that the coaching staff believes, and even this team believes, that we are a better team in 2025. And everybody wants to say, whoa, stop the press. How can that be? Shedeur Sanders is gone. Travis Hunter is gone. Cameron Stillman-Craig gone. The Wester is gone from offense. It goes on and on and on. But I think what has happened with this particular squad here, you don't have the drop-off from position 1 to position 2, position 3. You have true talent in all the rooms, and the depth is in all the rooms. So you got a running back core, you got a wide receiver core, even the QB room. You know, you've got 2 guys that can get it done at any given moment. So what I'm loving about it is the excitement of competition. Sometimes, Dukes, in life, you got to have something to circle on the calendar. You got to have something to look forward to. You got to have a why. And when you're going through that off-season strength and conditioning, and, you know, your body is changing slowly and gradually, gets monotonous. But when you get to spring ball and you get to circle that date of April 19th for the spring game, it's much like when you report to August camp and you get to circle August 29th for Georgia Tech. When you know you're grinding toward a destination, the grind has fulfillment in it. The grind has excitement in it. I love the way these coaches are working together. I sat in yesterday on the offensive staff meeting post-practice, where Coach Shermer and everyone on the offensive side of the ball break down the practice film, the do's, the don'ts, the likes, the loves, the hates, so they could fix it, you know, in the next meetings the next day, which took place this morning. And just to see like a Marshall Faulk sitting in the room and talking about how he wants everyone in the room to believe in the running backs and how he's going to get those guys ready and push those guys to be ready, not only in running the ball, but what are their protection assignments, to have knowledge of the complete offense. Because here's another thing he looks at, and he said he learned this in his pro days, that a lot of times running backs are just focused on the number of carries. What he says is it's about touches. Let's get you involved in the pass game. Let's get you involved in other aspects on special teams. Play a vital role in this organization. So, dudes, I'm telling you, man, it's an exciting time. I know we're going to hit a lull. We're going to hit a valley. It's going to start to get monotonous and spike back up. But yesterday couldn't have been a better day one for the Colorado Buffs.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And Chico, so as someone who played college ball at a high level, what were you, when you were playing, what were you trying to achieve in that first spring practice? Like when you came out there for the first time on the new season, you put those pads on, what was the vibe like and what were you trying to achieve?
Well, myself, let's just say whatever position you're playing, you're trying to show the coaching staff that you understand the playbook. You're not going to come out here lacking. You're not going to come out here asking, where am I supposed to be? You're going to let them know you're ahead in the playbook. Kind of like what I think the feedback was about Julian Lewis, how advanced he was already in the playbook when asking questions and being out there on the field. So that's what you want to do, first of all, is show that I've been in the playbook. Like you see Coach Swayze right here, I've been working hard in the weight room, so I'm prepared. And that's going to allow you to go out there and play fast and not be behind. Because if you come out here and you're not in shape and you're not in the playbook, how are you going to go out here and play fast and show all of your ability? So that's what you need to be focused on, the main thing in that coming to that main practice. I know the playbook. I know my assignment. I know where I'm supposed to be. I'm going to go full speed. Whatever the coach asks of me, I'm going to be there and I'm going to be ready to go. Like they said in the video, you need to be, and my coach used to say this all the time too, you need to be already ready.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
So already ready. So that's what you need to be ready for the first day.
And that clip is playing right now. And again, I encourage y'all, when the morning run is done, y'all make sure y'all go check out day one on the Pregame network. That's footage that's rolling right now. As you saw me talking to Coach Swayze, that's exactly what I was asking him, Chico. It's like, hey, strength and conditioning is an ongoing thing, but it's officially now you're turning the keys to the players over to the football staff. What are you looking for as a strength and conditioning coach, in their performance and abilities? He said they're ready. I know what they went through since January. They are ready to play football now, and they're in shape enough to play football now. And because it's hard to learn something physical when you ain't in physical condition to do it. And so what they went through day one in practice, you didn't see nobody quitting, balling up, throwing up, can't do another rep. They truly have been put into spring football shape, and it resets and happens all again. When spring ball is done, you report for summer 1 and summer 2 to get ready for August camp. You have to go through a whole nother thing of getting ready to play football. But Coach Swayze was confident that, his staff, which includes Coach Mo Sims is still there with him, got those guys ready to play for spring practice. And they're still doing that ongoing weightlifting, every other day as well. So they look to be in shape, man. Some of the guys have really grown into their bodies. You look at a Jeremiah Brown, a linebacker, who I anticipate to have a keen role this season, looks in phenomenal condition. Carter Stockmeyer, corner safety, has really improved his body and speed as well. So people are ready to go. Hey, shout out to Nicole 63 for that $9.99 super chat as well. That just popped up. So everything is rolling, man. It's clicking and bowling.
All right, so Uncle Neely, from what you saw at practice yesterday, how much of practice would you say, if you had to base it on percentages, how much was individual work? How much was it positional work? And then how much would you say would have been like all 22 scrimmage or game environment type work?
Great question. I'm going to say about 30% each category, and then a 10% finishing up with special teams.
Okay.
Everybody went through everything. You had Jason Phillips with his receivers over to the side. You had the same thing with the linebackers doing their thing, and then the defensive tackles as well, the offensive line. But then you come together, to run the script, to go through the script of plays that day that everybody does. Then you break apart again for some individual work and some group teach, just for your individual position. And then it closes out with some special teams. So, with it being spring ball and practice one, a lot of people like to think there's kind of we're going to ease into this. No, dog, day one is like day 14. Like it ain't we're going to build up to it. Like day one, we after. So it was a practice just like you would have the third week of October, the first week of August. Detailed script, detailed individual work, stretching lines, walkthroughs in the beginning for your position coaches when you get out there. And the guys embraced it well, I thought. And even though it was a little nippy in the air, I still think everybody embraced it well. And it's just looking forward to getting that day one and just building up. Because keep in mind, y'all, you get 15 of these practices, only 15. And the 15th practice is actually the spring game itself. And so you're just working toward how do we make sure that day one was our worst day ever? We understand there are going to be some.
Well, I'm glad. I'm sorry not to cut you off, man. I thought you were done. I don't know. I was going to say, I'm glad you said that the first day is like the 10th or the 14th day, because maybe some people might have the perception that the first day is going to be like a little league practice. You're going to get to know everybody. Hey, how you doing? Maybe we'll do a few little individual fundamental drills and then get you guys out of here, and we'll come back tomorrow. We'll really practice. No, dog. This is college football, big-time college football. You guys are expected to come in here and be ready to practice on the first day like it was the 10th day. And that's why I'm glad you said that. I just wanted to point that out, that this is no babying alone. This is grown man type stuff. You got some of y'all getting paid. Hell, I saw in the news where Brandon Marshall was interviewing a young player, I think from Alabama, and he said, show me your bank account. He said, man, this guy got more money than me. I also saw articles saying that players getting signed at certain school and they're getting an average of $90,000 to $100,000. That could have been me. It would have been totally different.
Oh, no, it could have been. Those people got talent that's getting that. No, so
there we go. There's the first one.
Yeah, I mean, shot go get shot. Hey, I will say this, Chico, you really are spot on. But if you see what's rolling right now, matter of fact, drag it back about 10 or 15 seconds or so. I want people to notice something here. Okay. This is the offensive line, just going through a basic warm up, and you got 3 coaches hands on You got Gunnar White, who's de facto head offensive line coach, if I can give it that title. But you got Andre Gerard, who played at Colorado. It's him in the black on the right side of the screen. Played for the Dallas Cowboys, played in the NFL from Colorado. You got George Hageman just off the screen. You'll see him play for the Cowboys and Eagles. And the teaching that was taking place all day long with this offensive line, even though there is Gunnar White as the line coach, no room is just by itself. Even when you go to the running back room and see Marshall Faulk, you're going to see Coach Pollard, the special teams coach, stick his head in and pause and give some instruction as well. Like every unit has some hands-on, deep experience and not just one coach. So I want to point it out with the offensive line because a lot of people saying, "Oh, never heard of Gunnar White, don't know him. He's come up through the trenches, he's paid his way, he's paid his dues, knows what the hell he's doing, and he's supported by 2 NFL guys who have no ego amigo." They understand they work for him and with him and under Coach Prime, and they're not out there trying to like, hey, it should be us. They know that that's their room as well, and their fingerprints are all over it.
We don't care about the credit. We don't care who gets the credit. We just want the results, dog.
And see, like, I have to look down at the comments, and I see "Don't give a damn" saying Andre Gerard is the real O-line coach. Let's be real. No, let's be wrong. You're flat out ass wrong. You're flat out ass wrong. Andre Gerard is not the O-line coach. Gunnar White is. He is an assistant O-line coach.
And nothing wrong with that.
Like it's his room. It's just like Hageman coaches like it's his room. And just like Gunnar White coaches like it's his room. Yeah. Like, stop trying to make up narratives that ain't true.
Simple as that, man. And so you see Marshall Faulk there with his guys. Go ahead, Duke.
No. I was just going to ask the difference. Like, so there are different kinds of wrongs in the world. If we had to rank them, would you rank dead wrong over ass wrong, or would you put ass wrong over dead wrong? Which one of these wrongs is the wrongest?
The wrongest of the wrongest is when you combine them and you dead ass wrong.
Ooh, combo.
Yeah.
Like the Voltron.
Hit him with the combo.
You're dead ass wrong is the highest wrong you could be.
Okay. Now I like it, but now in all seriousness, Chico, you played tight end. If you were involved in a quarterback competition, what were some of the things that you were looking for out of the quarterback that you wanted to lead your team out?
The one that I wanted to, who I figured would be
like, not saying in this particular battle, but what would you have looked for in a quarterback?
Yeah,
that you wanted, if as far as being a tight end, what would you have wanted from the quarterback that won the competition to lead your team?
Great question, man. You're looking like Magic Johnson, Penny Hardaway, Isaiah Thomas out there. First thing might be surprising. I'm going to look for off the field, dog. Okay. I pointed out guys like Brent Dearman, Superman, Kent, Robert Kent, who went to Jackson State.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Daryl Hackney from UAB. These guys, A-Town, Doug High School.
Yeah.
These guys were great off the field first. Schoolwork, leadership. They're not getting in trouble, no arrest. They're personable, relatable. All of these things off the field first. And then who's going to be prepared? Who's going to understand? Now, I did have one quarterback when I was a freshman in college who used to come to the huddle and he'd say, "Damn, Chico, what you got?" Or wide receiver, "What you got?" And I'm thinking like, man, you're the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
How you supposed to know what everybody has? So That's the difference. If they're not prepared off the field, in the playbook, then there's no way you're going to be able to come on here and lead us, because other players are going to see that. They're going to recognize that. They're going to sense that. And they're going to say he's not serious about what he's doing, so he can't be serious about leading us. So I'm looking for that guy who's prepared. And from there, I think the talent is about equal. Usually is about equal, but that's going to be the separator right there.
And Uncle Neil, I want to ask you something. So as far and with your experience as far as scouting and working at different agencies, you know what to look for and what a draft pick looks like. Excuse me. But let's get a little bit further into the main thing of this spring, which is the quarterback competition.
Sure.
Let's say Julian Lewis does prevail. What would you do to get him ready for Georgia Tech as a 17-year-old?
I would make practice worse than games. And I know Julian Lewis, haven't known him long, but I know he would embrace that. You know, I would give him every situation and scenario that a Georgia Tech, which you have film on, is going to come at you with, and I would even speed it up some because I want him to be comfortable being uncomfortable. What you have in the Julian Lewis, though, is much like a Shedeur Sanders, in that you have somebody who's grown up in the spotlight the entire time they've been playing quarterback. And so that kind of thing is not going to phase him that, hey, it's my first game in college. It's against Georgia Tech. It's at home on a Friday. You know, look at all these people in the stands. He's capable of improving, and he can block all that kind of stuff out and perform. And so my thing with him is like, hey, just know they're not going to do anything to you that you haven't seen before. And everything you've seen, you have prevailed against. So just be yourself. Like, don't have fun. Like this, we're out in the middle of the street, and I want you to run a post corner at the Impala, and I'm gonna hit you at the telephone pole. Like it's that kind of comfortability with the process. Still football, and this is still passing, and this is still reading the defense. This is everything you've done before in life, and just because it's now college against Georgia Tech in week 1, throw all that out. Be yourself.
Chico, same question, and the question was, what would you do to get Julian Lewis, a 17-year-old freshman, ready for Georgia Tech if he were to win the quarterback job?
Man, great answer from Unc. You know, making him uncomfortable, getting comfortable, being uncomfortable, sending everything at him that you can. I think that's the only way you can prepare him. You know, just make sure he's ready for it in the playbook, and then during practice, you send all the. You know, it's going to help that if the O-line is on point too. So that's what I would do. I would make sure the O-line and the protection is on point. The running backs are on the same page as the offensive line, so that we don't see Georgia Tech coming with some blitzes and he's getting hit in the mouth because the protection is not there. So we want that offensive line to be on point to protect him so that he can be able to do his thing, read the defenses, find an open receiver, and deliver the pass and be comfortable doing that. And I think if you can start off the game with a couple of quick passes for him to get his confidence going, which I'm sure is already high. As he said, people have been doubting him since he was a youngster. So he knows how to deal with that. But as a coach, you want to nurture that and make sure that you support that by calling plays and passes that he's comfortable with, getting the pass off quickly, and high percentage passes. And I think he'll be ready to go.
Yeah, and Chico, I like that last part you said there, because that's really a philosophy of Pat Shermer, who we all know is the offense coordinator of Colorado, because he did it with Shedeur a hell of a lot, and I'm sure he's going to do it with Salter. He's going to do it with Juju, whoever prevails, and that is simply this. All right, man, here's 6 plays we worked on this week. Which 3 you want to run? Yeah. Like I'm going to call when we do them, but you're going to pick the plays that we do, and we're not going to do anything that didn't work at practice. We're not going to do anything that you're uncomfortable doing. We're not going to do anything that, oh man, we hope this works this time. No, we're going to go with what we've seen works. We're going to go what you like. We're going to go what you're comfortable doing. So here is the play script. You tell me which 3 or 4 you want to do. That's what we're coming out doing. And I'm sure that's going to be the standard, because you want your quarterback to be in his wheelhouse. You want him to be in his bag. If you're in Atlanta, you want him in his bowl.
In that bowl.
Because I listen when you talk, baby. You want him in his like you don't want him to be like in any kind of woulda, coulda, shoulda. Oh man, if it was a play I like, this would have happened off this. No. Because once you walk the field, that's your team.
Right.
Once the headset cuts off, you're making the decisions. So which bag or bowl do you want to be in this situation? And that's what we're going to script out.
I would want my quarterback and my offensive coordinator to have a relationship like Dukes and Uncle Neely on You Tell Me. Hey, man, here's the plays. You tell me. You like this, you like that, and we go from there. And
I like that, Chico. Yeah, that's hard, Chico. Hey,
you
Chico
tell me Tuesday nights.
Man. Yeah, he is, man. And I don't even have no backhanded comment. Like, he balling, man.
Yeah, hey, Chico hooping. Now, but okay, so let's flip that. Let's talk about Caden Salter.
Okay.
Let's say he wins. We have more information on Caden Salter as a college player. We have no information on Julian Lewis, but we have tons of information. We've got tons of film and experiences that we've seen with Caden Salter. what would you want to see out of him in game one? And what does he have to do from the things that you've seen to hold Julian Lewis off?
Game
Man,
one.
what he has to do is
on the field.
Is to do what I've seen him do practice one. I didn't see a bad pass. His accuracy is phenomenal. Now, hold up. Here we go. I said I like pizza, so somebody going to say I'm pissing on chicken. I ain't said nothing about Juju performance. We talking about Salter.
Right.
What I saw in Salter is what you saw at Liberty and why he was so valuable in the transfer portal. Like, the guy has a command of the offense, football IQ, and his placement of the ball, particularly down the field, is spot on. You know, tight spirals, tight windows. He looked good yesterday. And I think that should he keep just being who he is, much like with Juju being who he is, you're going to be able to draw straws and flip a coin in this process. I do like what you point out, though, Dukes, that, you know, other teams have a lot of film on him from college, but you have no collegiate film on Juju. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some segments of a game or some series where you have a two-headed monster appear. And you make like this quarterback is in for this situation, but that's totally not what he's in for. And so, because what you have now, man, is two quality arms, two personalities. I love what Chico said earlier about who would you want to follow. Hey, man, kids are just like adults. Don't nobody want to rock with who they don't like. So you got to be yourself, be likable, be coachable, and people already believe in your talent. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have talent. So they know you can deliver the ball, but can you deliver the team? Can you lead the team, as Chico eloquently said, off the field? On the field, both of these guys are operating at a high level, and no one's going to have to go to the point.
Yeah. Let me ask you, Dukes.
No, Chico, hold up.
I can't ask you.
I got to get your answer first. Hold up, Chico.
He got the ball.
Hold up, Chico. Now, real quick. All right, now, serious business, though, Chico. Same question. What do you want to see? How does Caden Salter win the job on the field?
How does he win the job on the field? And that is, I don't want to say be a game manager and people take it the wrong way, but that's exactly what he can do. And that is not turning the ball over, being able to use his legs to extend plays, get outside the pocket, make the throw on the run, pick up first downs here and there. I think that's going to be a big part of his game that can separate him from Juju or anybody else. Not saying that Juju can't run, but I think Salter can use that to his advantage a lot more. He's had double-digit touchdowns in the past. I think that Salter, same way with Juju, you will have a package and plays that he likes, you know, whether he likes crossing routes, corner routes, quick passes, option routes, or whatever. You'll find out what he likes, and you'll allow him to run those plays. As I'm looking at this at the same time, maybe I shouldn't be reading that. You can take over the comments if you see those in the comments right now.
I'm not paying attention.
Okay, let me stop paying attention.
Super chat.
But yeah, that's what I would do, man. Salter, all he has to do is be Salter, take care of the ball, make the correct passes and reads, and I think he'll hold off the young fella because that experience, you know, in the big games, playing in front of the large crowds, all that stuff means stuff. And we haven't seen that from the young rookie yet. But we have seen this guy, Salter, do this on multiple levels, and I think he can do the same thing coming into Colorado. Take care of everything off the field, excel on the field, and he should be fine.
All right, Chico. So you passing the bat to me, but look, I'm gonna hit you with that old school touch pass when you coming down the lane, when you give it up to the point and he hit you real quick. Touch pass right back to you. Now ask the question that you want to ask. You got the ball, you got the point.
I just wanted to ask you, you know, you being someone very familiar with Juju, what would he have to do to win this job and then be the number one quarterback by game one?
I think he just has to continue to do it on the field. Juju's never gonna be a rah-rah guy. He's never been there. But what Juju is, he's such a perfectionist when it comes to his craft that people look at how he takes every snap, every snap in drills, every snap in all 22s, every snap in individuals. It don't matter. Like every snap that he takes, every time he has a ball in his hand, you never see Juju just kind of just be like, oh, just toss the ball. It's almost like even when he tosses it, it has a little spiral on it. And I think that's what has made people kind of buy into Juju, no matter what the hype said. 8th grade going into Carrollton, MJ Morris, who's now at Coastal Carolina, who was the starting quarterback at NC State, was the quarterback. His backup had been there for years. Everybody thought it was the backup's job. Julian, as an 8th grader, goes in the spring, and all he does is work. Now, at the time, Julian is 13 years old, but he's commanding at like the locker room because they're seeing how he works. They're seeing what he does. They're seeing how he goes about his business, and they're saying, how hard is this kid working in order for him to have a grasp of the playbook either better or equal to ours? And we're 16, 17 years old, and we've been in this, and we've already had opportunity to play at the highest classification in Georgia. So what he was able to do on the field with his preparation and the way his sense of urgency, without saying the word, you're going to look to a guy, because at the end of the day, back then, you know what the kids wanted? The guy who could get them a scholarship, the guy who's going to bring people in here, the guy who's going to keep the ball moving. That's who they wanted to play with. So relationships go out the window and age goes out the window when you want to win football games. And I think that's the same thing here in Colorado. If Julian can continue to be that same person that he's always been, and just to quote Uncle Neely once again, future performance is linked to past performance. If he continues to be that person, I think he's going to give Caden Salter everything that he wants when it comes to that quarterback competition. And even if he doesn't start the season, he's a guy that you got. Like, this quarterback competition is so close, in my opinion, that it's one of those Tua, Jalen Hurts. It's one of those Stetson Bennett. I forgot who was the other guy at the time. Like, it's one of those things where if something goes wrong in a critical situation, you feel comfortable by making the change, and you hope that you wouldn't have to. But now it's one of those things. It's not even a horrible thing if you make a change, because the guy who's behind you and the guy or the guy who gets the one nod, they know the guy next to me is just as talented. Now, everybody wants to play, but it allows you not to have that drop off, and the team can feel comfortable knowing that they got a 1A and 1B or really 2 1s.
Yeah. Very close competition.
Absolutely to that point. It really is just that simple, Dukes. I know it sounds complex, but you really simplified it. Who's gonna the eyeball effect. And I was joking to myself when you asked Chico from his tight end position, the quarterback he would want. I said Chico probably gonna say the one to throw me the ball.
It's true.
it really becomes just that simple. But this team is built around the philosophy, man, of team and winning. And when we win and dominate, eyeballs are going to see us all. And so it's also built around, particularly in that wide receiver room. And you saw this work last year with Coach Jason Phillips. Hey, everybody's going to get their day. Every day might not be your day, but the skill that we have on this team at quarterback, the skill we have in this position room with wide receivers, the multiple looks on defense we're going to get from Saturday to Saturday or Friday to Friday, like it may be this year, you're going to have a different receiver emerge, as that guy. And then even in the receiver room, working with both quarterbacks, you have confidence that both of them, should a change have to happen mid-game. But I do think going into this thing, Dukes and Chico, kind of bow tying what you both have stated, this thing is so close from a quarterbacking standpoint, meaning command and knowledge of the playbook, ball accuracy, ability to do that, proven track record of doing it. I think it's going to be something off the field that decides it. Like who is the leader in the locker room? And I mean, like literally in the locker room. Who's the first to the treatments? Who's the first, sitting in the front row of class? Who has the better grades? Like, it's going to be just an onslaught of little things like that to make the difference, because physically and from a performance standpoint on the field, you can flip a coin.
Man, I was going to say, once you said treatment, it kind of popped in my head. A lot of people look over treatment. What I mean by that, if you have an injury, let alone if you miss practice because of an injury or you're hurt, and then you're required to go get treatment to come back from that injury, and you're not showing up to it, which is probably going to be before practice, or if practice start at 7, you're going to have treatment at 5:30.
Sure.
A lot of people will find a way to miss that and then still want to practice or still want to be a leader. No, you can't do that. And like you guys said, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So how are you going to be a leader of the team if you're missing treatment?
Chico is on fire.
Yeah, he is on fire. He on fuego like the NBA Jams. You say, Chico, let me ask you this. What is this coaching staff known for? Don't overthink it. Just be
You
for
said,
real.
what is this coaching staff known?
Yeah.
I would say hell.
So you overthink it. They're known for NFL experience.
I was about to say their experience.
What you overthinking with that shit? You like you just when we said you was hot, you messed it up. NFL experience. What happens in the NFL when you mistreatment? You fined, cut, released, lose your starting job. Because if you're not trying to get better to perform, why would I put you in a position to perform? Now, if you have that same mentality coaching this team, what do you think happened when you mistreatment? What do you think happened when you miss a scheduled doctor's appointment?
Gonna be some consequences.
It's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Yes,
meaning
indeed.
Playing time. Meaning, even in this organization, NIL impact, should that come to play. Like it is, and so that's why I'm saying those little ancillary leadership kind of issues will be a deciding factor, not just in quarterback. Hell, it could be linebacker. It could be defensive tackle. Like you have so much depth and so much talent on this team now between the ones and the twos and the twos and the threes that it's going to be little things that decide who's out on that field at the right time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to rock with it?
Yeah. Shout out to that the SAT word on hit. The ancillary. Hello.
Yeah. You know.
Oh, dude, stop
it. Malcolm X once said that a man's world, his horizons are only limited by his vocabulary.
Man.
And so, you know, you words have meanings, man. And you got to know words. And so Chico might get hot here now and then on this show. But when it come down to words.
I ain't asked for this. I didn't ask for this, did I? Did I ask for this?
Hey, give me that rock for a second, Dukes.
Got it.
Woo! Got that thing. One-handed.
Okay.
I'm going to do a little quick pivot, if y'all don't mind, to the National Basketball Association, better known as the Association.
All right.
You tell me. You like that reference?
Yeah.
You tell me, Big Dog Chico. OKC Thunder versus Boston Celtics, even though it's a regular season, who does this win mean more to?
Oh, I'm glad you said regular season. I thought you was about to say they headed to the championship, the finals. You disrespect my Lakers?
You know, teams still playing each other, right?
Yeah, but
you know the season's still going on, right? Or maybe
shout out to OKC and Boston. I would just like to see a good ball game. See how they match up, because this could be a finals preview for real, if you want to really be honest. But I think they match up well, dog, because Chet Holmgren, the Jalen Williams, SGA, all those guys are primed and ready to go further in the playoffs. I know the Clippers are hurting for trading SGA. I think one of their draft picks could be used this year to possibly, I think they're saying they possibly could get Cooper Flagg in the draft, which would be crazy. But overall, I think Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown may be in the driver's seat to go back-to-back. So, you know, right, I don't know. Maybe this just to be a preview to the finals.
Let me Dukes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you heard he didn't answer my question, right?
No, I didn't.
Started off with trying to dismiss it like I'm already talking about the finals. But let me ask you, Dukes, and maybe he'll hear your answer.
I
tell you what you do, Chico. Let me talk to Dukes. You find that Reverend BJ Nelson.
you talk to Dukes, because I'm dealing with some stuff in the background right now.
Yeah, no, I can tell you was distracted.
She go crazy, man. Now, man, answer your question.
OKC Thunder, Boston Celtics. Who does this regular season game win more to?
I'm dealing with some off the field stuff that people can't see right now. That's affected on the field. So let me deal with the off the field first.
All the vets say this is your small bus moment.
Man, that's funny. It's
all right. It's all right. They don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
But now, serious business. I think it means more to the Thunder. Right now, they haven't, like, the Celtics don't have anything to prove. They've already been to the mountaintop. On top of already being probably the most historic, I believe they got the most championships in history. If it ain't them, it's the Lakers. I forget, because the Hawks ain't got one. So But when you talk about one
You
of the
laughing,
more,
Chico? Don't be laughing at that man pain.
it's all good, man. Shoot, man. What Selma got? Don't be laughing at us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's Selma got?
They got a bridge. They got a bridge.
We just had over 600,000 people in Selma, Alabama for the Selma Jubilee, the 60th March over the bridge to commemorate Bloody Sunday. So shout out to all the people who came down to Selma, Alabama.
First of all, I want to apologize, Chico. I took that personally, and I sent a shot to the city of Selma. So I want to say to all my everybody from Selma, I want to say, man, I apologize to y'all because I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. But with that being said, back to the answer, I think the Celtics don't have anything to prove. I think the Thunder is who everybody thinks is a paper champion. They think SGA is a paper MVP. They think that, he's filling up the stat sheet, but what's he going to do when it comes to late April and early May when it comes to the playoffs? So with that being said, this is almost a litmus test for them to be able to come in and say, hey, look, we really are that regardless of the situation, and this is just a preview of what's going to happen in June if we make it that far. And they want to let the league know. They want to put the league on notice that, this is probably their toughest game of the year. So they want to put the league on notice and let them know, like, hey, we really are that. So I think this game definitely means more to the Thunder than it does the Celtics.
You know.
Okay, so that was the question that I missed.
Chico, I threw you the ball. You dribbled it off.
It missed the layup.
Oh, it went out your foot out of bounds.
Oh, that is even worse. The turnover.
Yeah. So hold on. I'll throw it back to you when I throw it back. You can't just
there you go.
You hold on 1 second. Brooks, I know we did You Tell Me last night, but I thought that was an eloquent You Tell Me response right there because I'm in total agreement with you. Mm-hmm. For a game in the middle of March to seemingly mean absolutely nothing, I think it means everything. OKC Thunder have proven that they can do what they do in the West. Hell, they up 11 games, maybe even 12 when we woke up this morning. So they know they're capable of Western teams, but everybody is saying that the champion is going to come out the East and the champion is going to be the Boston Celtics. What better way to measure yourself against somebody else's than to handle your business in mid-month and send a message to them that, hey, y'all go ahead and do what y'all do in the East, but what we just did to y'all tonight is going to be waiting on y'all in June. Perfect opportunity for even SGA individually to submit the MVP race.
Right.
Because what he does or doesn't do against the Boston Celtics will go a long way in people's decision-making and thinking and how they view his actual numbers. So I think for this game to be a March, whatever the day is, 12th or 13th game, the game is tonight. I think it's must-see TV when you're trying to look at, all right, what's really going to happen in the West and who's really going to come out the East, and could this be a true matchup of what we have in June for the NBA season? I think it means way more to OKC because the Celtics are the champs.
I think, and two, now that I think about it, I think this is a game that I'm going to watch. Well, you got to watch the game within the game. And if we saw what Joe Mazzulla did last year in the regular season versus the postseason, he was defending people differently than he did the first time they saw him. So I would be interested to see how the Celtics defend SGA. Do they bracket him? Do they go zone? Do they just put Drew Holiday on him and see how he does? Do you put Derek White on him? And I guarantee you, if he goes off tonight, you'll see a different look if they do meet in the championship. So I think tonight, to see how they defend SGA is going to be really it's going to be one of those telltale signs of what's to come, because I guarantee you, it's almost like a long distance or a long-term boxing match, where it's like, you know what, we're gonna jab you tonight, because the Celtics ain't worried about nobody beating them in the East. So we're gonna throw a defense at you and see how you do against it. And then if we want to come with the junk defense in the postseason, that's what they'll do. So that's one of the things that I'll be looking for as far as the game within the game.
I love that too, Dukes. And before I bounce past this thing again to Chico, I need your feet facing forward. I need your shoulders square. I need you in the triple threat position to receive the ball. It's coming.
I got to listen to all of this and still keep my question in my head.
So let me just tell you what just happened.
Goodness gracious.
Now I'm not going to pass you the ball because you had all you had to do and wait, but you want to sit on there and complain. Now I'm finna dribble promote. Now I'm finna bounce the air out this son bitch.
I know what's going on. I just figured it out. I just figured it out.
What's going on,
figured it out. Hold up. Private chat.
Okay.
I-
All he had to do
private chat.
All he had to do be quiet. But now he want to talk. Now he got away.
That's not true.
Well, Chico, let me just say
It's not true, Dukes.
What Duke said.
It's 1,000% true.
Dukes, I think you're spot on. One of the things you hear me say a lot of times, particularly when I'm debating with Chico about basketball, I say this often about who can beat somebody 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody in the NBA can beat anybody on a Wednesday night. But can you do it 4 times to win a series when a coach is making adjustments, when they're changing defenses and changing personnel? That's when you really prove who got the better team, including the coach. And I can really see the Celtics or the OKC giving some different looks to that just to make sure, like, hey, because all indicators are saying these will be the 2 teams in the finals.
Right.
So why would I give you my best stuff tonight when I know I want to hold some secret sauce back for game 3 when we tied 1-1? So I like that point you made. Now, Chico. And look at ball went out of bounds again.
No, you ever see a ball come and you just slap that bitch down like that?
Man, look, Chico.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Let me ask you a question.
Chico, listen. All right, look, bro. All right.
No, for real.
No,
do y'all think that OKC and Boston are going to show everything on the defensive side before they get to the playoffs? You think they're going to show their hand?
He just said, Chico, listen.
I'm asking the question.
Chico,
do you think they will show their hand though?
Chico, listen.
Come on, dog.
I'm with you.
Every time I start talking about boxing,
Chico,
Neely gotta.
Chico, just listen to me now, bro. Like we like brothers, like we like cousins, like brothers. Just listen to me, big little bro. Listen,
Lakers.
Little bro,
listen, listen, for he a little younger than me, just a little bit.
That's what my older brother used to call me, my little brother.
Chico just look. Chico, Uncle Neely just answered that. He just answered that. He did.
So no, Uncle Neely said that they're going to be, basically putting out defenses out there to see if it's going to work. How would they defend SGA and so on? And will it work with D White if they defend them?
That's what I said.
Well, you guys are talking about the defensive strategies. I'm just asking the question though. Will it be smart for them to, like, for instance, what I was thinking was when the Lakers just beat the Denver Nuggets and they showed the defensive strategy of not just defending Joker with one defender, but swarming him with 3 or 4 guys and making him make the pass out. And that's where you saw him making the turnovers and stuff. So I'm thinking that as a Lakers fan, I hope that we didn't set up the Nuggets to where they can see what we did and they'll be prepared for it when it comes to the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to, hey, we're going to just show them this first game of the playoffs rather than in a regular season game that doesn't mean too much. So that's what I'm saying. Do you think OKC or Boston will come into this ball game and showing their whole hand to prepare for the playoffs? That's all. I'm on Chico's side, Lady C Speaks. I appreciate that.
Hey Chico, so look, this is what I was going to say. And then I'm going to answer your question. So sometimes you got to see, like, you got to read the room. So Uncle Neely was already cocked and loaded for you. Like, no, pause. He was ready to shoot at you. And then you came with it and you said, I want to smack the ball away. And you did it right by your shoulder. And so I saw Uncle Neely right then. He was thinking, why you ain't do that to the barber? So I'm telling you, like, for real, straight up. So, like, I'm just saying, be aware of your surroundings. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, each and every show on the Morning Run, TMR, right now live, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays on the Pregame Show Network.
I'm on your side.
You telling me to slap the barber off? What I was trying to say was, Duke just took it back to a previous show, talking about some old stuff, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
how is a friend of yours giving you the advice to slap somebody nuts off your shoulder? Bad advice. Because
nobody was talking about that.
But he was giving it as an example and an analogy to.
That's the stuff that's supposed to be in the private chat.
I'm giving you the ball. I'm giving you the ball and you slap it away. Somebody else was giving you nuts and you wouldn't slap it away.
I told you. Chico, listen.
Were they planters nuts?
Oh, no.
It's just
I don't know what that man
ninja
did.
nuts.
That's
We
right.
don't know if we were
Chico not listening is just Chico. He don't be listening.
No, that was a comfort. Listen. That was a question based off of the things that you guys were saying. Y'all were saying that they're gonna come out there and basically show their hand.
No,
and I'm asking.
No, we didn't say it's the direct opposite of what we said.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I complimented Dukes on making the point that he did not do that.
Chico
Okay.
said,
All right. Well, let's go. Well, is there another subject?
Regina Kennedy.
I love Chico, man.
I love when the chat either be on your side or you guys' side. I gotta say y'all two side.
Ain't no y'all two,
on my
man.
side. I love
Chico,
when the chat does that.
And I love when people from the chat become members. Shout out to Regina Kennedy on her membership to the network. Appreciate that, Regina Kennedy. Much love.
And you know what a friend told me? He said, "Man, you crazy.
How you gonna step
to
on
be on there?
How you gonna talk over that?"
Hey man, great. We appreciate them coming to member. Thank you guys once again. But I wanted to say, a friend told me, Chico, you got to be crazy as hell to be on there trying to go back and forth with a Gemini. So I'm just gonna move it on along. You feel me?
That's about right.
Kevin Dorsey says we all have a friend like Chico. He lives in his own world, but he's a good guy, so we love him.
Yes.
Bravo, Kevin Dorsey.
I appreciate that. It's all good. As long as y'all recognize me for being me.
Man, Chico, you didn't listen to none of that though, Chico. I'm gonna keep it.
I took it as and
you took it.
Yeah, Chico ain't say Chico listen to nothing we said.
Moving right along.
I threw you the ball, Chico. You got the ball.
Moving right along. I told you.
Go ahead, Chico. Chico, you got a point. Go ahead, Chico.
Get him back, Chico.
You better get him back. Let's go back to some Colorado football, man.
Let's do
that. Oh, first of all, let's do this. This was something. Uncle Nita, you brought this up earlier. We were tagged on Instagram by the one and only friend of the show and member of the channels, Reverend BJ Nelson. Yes,
now make up something to
San Francisco.
You love making up names. What
California. He said, "Very Reverend like Big Dog Chico," and you can hear some people in the church kind of snuckle when he said Big Dog Chico. They're like, "What?
Man, play the damn video."
Then he said Uncle Neely. And then he said, Dukes, the Scoops. So I'm going to play this video right here from the great Reverend BJ Nelson.
Officers, to our deacons, to our mothers, to our music ministry. I was thinking about them this morning, and I said, some of you will get this. I said, they a good band because they keep it in the pocket.
Yes. You hear that, Uncle Neely? Why do I be messing with this Gemini, dog? See how quick he come back? There's no way he's just going to take it, pause, and goodness gracious.
To my internet friends who are watching, to Big Dog Chico.
Yes.
Uncle Neely of the Pregame show.
Yes.
And Duke the Scoops.
All right.
They are all associated with Coach Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
And Chico challenged me.
I did.
So Chico, this is for you. Oh now.
Which
it simply means what's up. So
listen, man, we got the one and only Reverend BJ Nelson. I gotta ask him what the BJ stands for, as we need to bring him on the show.
Yeah,
guys, when you guys saw that video, what was your first thoughts?
I had tears, man.
Yeah.
I laughed so damn hard because his delivery was so pastoral.
Yes.
I didn't know where he was going with this thing, man. You know, it was so methodical and so spot on. I didn't know if he was going to pray for us or what was coming. But when he dropped that "oh now,"
oh now, how many people?
At church.
At church are saying, "Oh no."
People think they internet dragon because you imitate the preacher, but all
come on, man.
That's my dog, man. Shout out to all my pastors back home.
Man, let me tell you something. If you want your name to be spread anywhere, you want it to be spread in the house of the Lord. Amen.
This is true. Amen to that.
Yeah, you know. Now I don't know because Chico got different beliefs because the other day we had that Aaron Rodgers conversation.
Oh my God, how does this always turn back to Big Dog
I
Chico?
don't know, man, because we were talking about Aaron Rodgers, and then you was like, just because Aaron Rodgers' parents trying to force him into ABCDEFG, I'm like, whoa, Chico, maybe that rock throw wasn't no accident. The way you was talking, like, whoa.
No, Dukes, let me push back. The rock throw was intentional. It's his repenting that was fake.
Ooh.
You see, I love the Lord. And then loving the Lord is wrong.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to be right.
Go ahead, Chico.
That's all I need to say.
Hey, let me ask you.
Turn around, ladies, for me, please.
Atlanta, stay focused in the chat. You're exactly right. Because typically when my name is called in a situation like that, somebody telling me to get out. Like when they put me out the choir. So
yeah.
When a pastor say Uncle Neely up from the pulpit, I ain't expecting nothing good after that comma.
Let me ask y'all this: if you had to go with a fictional pastor, would you go with the pastor from Coming to America? If you had to go to their church, the pastor from Coming to America, Reverend Leon Lonnie Love, or somebody else?
Or the cussing pastor.
Somebody else, and I'm gonna tell you who it is.
Who is that?
Now, y'all got this gray hat now. I'm about 10 years ahead of y'all.
Okay.
Car Wash, Daddy Rich, played by Richard Pryor, when he got out that limo with the Pointer Sisters, it said, if you got to believe in something, why not believe in me?
That's right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I first heard that on the Snoop Dogg album.
Yeah.
You believe in something, you might as well believe in me.
That's Daddy Rich from Car Wash, baby.
Yeah.
Who you going with,
of course I'm going with the pastor from Coming to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the coldest.
Hit it one time, Chico.
Nope. I'm just gonna say I love the Lord.
Hit it one time, Chico.
Where Lee say my pastor wrap him around and go kiss him.
Oh yeah. And he wiped it off.
That's hard. That's crazy.
And how is the pastor going to say?
A lot of people in the chat are saying Bernie Mac from Friday.
Oh yeah,
with the pastor role he played, because he went to see Miss Parker.
Lord have mercy,
man.
Miss Parker, kind of like the pastor on Coming to America when he said that only God can bless these women like this, and then he said, "Turn around, ladies, for me, please." No, that's wrong, man. That's wrong.
Hey, look. So I'm gonna invite y'all to my fictional church, and we're gonna all make it into heaven. We're gonna go to Choir Boy Church at the end of 5 Heartbeats. Oh. That's where we're gonna go, and we all going to heaven. Ain't nobody doing no funny business.
Yeah.
Eddie Kane in there singing with Baby Kate. What was her name? I forgot her name. But your Choir Boy Church.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a real church when he got to singing. What song was he singing at the end?
I think they casted him for that movie just for that part.
Baby Doll. That's right, Andre Walker. Baby Doll.
Baby Doll. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an old school name right there.
Somebody went by in the chat. I didn't see it. Somebody said that my choice, Daddy Rich, was pimping on the side. That's my whole point. He got out the car with him.
Yeah.
Daddy Rich, how much we get?
Speaking on yours, Duke's another good one.
Zero.
Because it reminded me of my late Uncle LD when he said it's going to be hard for him to make church on Sunday morning as long as he come back to Saturday night.
Yeah.
And I'm reminded of when Sugar Gabriel walked up the hill from the juke joint.
Oh man.
Fall up in her dad at church, and the community was reunited.
Man.
From the What's
They
Going
gave
Down
me a song
episode
title,
of
y'all.
That's My Mama.
I feel like going on. I feel like. Wait, but I get you started. But we're going to church now. Hey, man, sing Saints back, baby.
If you are enjoying this, thank Reverend BJ Nelson. If you are mad about this, thank Reverend BJ Nelson.
Well,
shout out to Reverend BJ Nelson, man, who gave us that love from the pulpit with that now. Shout it out to 3 channels. Shout it out to 3 individuals in the network, man. We appreciate that love, Reverend BJ Nelson.
Yeah, man.
Always can count on you in the chat and watching. Man, you've been with us down like 4 flats. I even seen Reverend BJ Nelson change his avatar picture with the Goonsville hat on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everybody
be mad at Chico.
Big Andre Walker, you're exactly right.
From the youth choir.
Andre Walker, you're exactly right. This is ultimately this is choir.
So we keep on.
We just want to say for everybody in the chat out there,
he got in his own world over there, just still doing this.
It's time for the collection plates to be passed around. So we are happy to get the type of money that jingles, but we would rather get the type of money that folds.
I know that's right. Go ahead, Rev Chico.
If you can put a like in the chat, you can share this video.
Well, hey, I know my computer finna be fried.
If you can leave a comment and hit us with a now.
Man.
And we can continue doing this show.
One of the churches that passed that building fund plate 5 times and the window still like ain't nothing been.
We got a building fund going on. We want to repave the parking lots. So we need your help.
Hey man, Chico, you better stop, bro. I'm getting scared.
This has been Pastor Reverend Dr. Deacon.
Big Pitch say y'all made Chico skip his ears this morning. We ain't made him do nothing. This him.
Skip the meds.
This is
no breakfast. It's one of them days.
It is 8 o'clock out there, though. What time is it out there, Chico?
It's early in the morning.
Oh, man, chill out, man.
9 a.m. Just time to wake up and thank the Lord.
Reverend BJ Nelson say, I don't even talk that slow.
Yeah,
this is not Reverend BJ. That's my little brother out there on the West Coast. I am the Reverend Dr. Deacon Pastor Chico Thelonious Monk William Jackson III.
Bye, man.
Dukes is going to walk off like he's done before.
I'm going to.
I doubt if Uncle Neely can walk off because he's in his drawers. That's why he just scooted away. So for everybody still joining in with the Reverend Doctor, I appreciate it. As you know, when we start with the church, that's when the devils go away. Can I get an amen in the chat? As you see, those young brothers.
Look,
look at this young brother coming back up in the church.
Look, Chico said there hadn't been no thunderstorms. He said they don't get thunderstorms in Hawaii. Watch what happened. Watch what happened.
Chico Hennessy Deacon is up in here. Yes, indeed. But
I'll go back, Dukes. He gonna keep going.
No, we're gonna ask the young brothers, the young deacons, the young usher board members, and the leader of the youth choir, Uncle Neely, to come on back in this thing. Can I get an amen? Look how he slid back in. He didn't want to show his Superman.
Chico, chill out, man. Come on now. All right,
people. We up in this thing.
Chico You got a 7-minute benediction on.
I'm not playing
on
with the
one room.
Lord. I'm dead serious.
Nah,
That's
see
the
now, all
problem.
right.
That's the
Chico,
problem.
you better chill out. All right, let the joke go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Chico.
All right, Chico, you gonna wake up.
Chico and to my man, right hand man Dukes.
Hey,
I want to say this to Chico in front of you, Dukes, and in front of the chat as well.
is there a mute coming?
No, there's no mute coming.
Oh,
What's
okay.
coming is the words of Mr. McDowell to a king.
Oh my God.
Son, you
Here
gonna-
we go again. What happened?
Don't worry about it.
Dukes, we
Don't worry.
appreciate you coming on. Big Dog Chico, we appreciate you coming on. Uncle Neely, we appreciate you coming on. This has been a morning run.
The
Once
man said, "Big
again.
dog Chico, we appreciate you."
Speaking in third person like we did the other night.
Oh man,
People walking
More
out of the
of
church, you better make sure you hit that collection plate.
man, Chico had an 8-minute. Hey man, Chico,
That's a short sermon where I'm from.
Hey man, listen.
Hey, Big Pit, put that back up one more time, man. Big Pit, I say that 10 times a day to Chico.
This nigga.
Nearly rolling up like he in a Cadillac.
Somebody said, I believe Chico's reincarnated.
Hey man, y'all have a great
boy.
Wednesday
Roll
out
up.
there, man. Dukes, you want to leave him with something? Unc, you want to leave him with anything?
Hey, look, man, look.
Hey,
Go
big
ahead,
Wednesday, man. This evening we still got Wednesday with Warren dropping. Also tomorrow night live, Unc and Chico. And then we'll be right back to three amigos on Friday morning, recapping the week that was in the first week of Colorado football. Because there will be a Saturday practice as well. This week practices are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So we do have a Saturday show afternoon coming to recap that practice. So y'all stay tuned to the network. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All three channels, Big Dog Chico, Deuce the Scoop platform, as well as the Pregame Network, because you never know when we got something coming, but we promise y'all Reverend Hennessy will not be back.
Uncle Neely, quick shout out with the Goonsville on his head and the MDJ original on. So shout out to both of those.
I think
brothers and
MDJ
companies.
is pulling up tomorrow in Boulder, so I hope to catch him.
Say that again, Unc. I think you went out.
I think Melvin is pulling up tomorrow in Boulder, so I hope to catch him.
Oh, now Melvin.
They got
Safe travels, brother.
Coach Prime.
So, Dukes, you want the shout outs?
Nah, yeah, hey man, shout out to everybody. Man, pray for us.
Well, you gotta pray for.
Yeah, start with your.
We should always want prayer, Chico. Pray for us.
Pray from left to right. Pray Chico first.
I appreciate it. I'm receiving all great prayers.
There we go. Amen. There we go.
Amen.
Nah,
Keisha and Love down in
prayer,
Tampa,
nah.
we appreciate you.
See, that's too much.
What? I just, did he leave? I'm gonna leave too.
Please take us off.
Okay. All right. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Big Dog Chico, Uncle Neely. It was Dukes the Scoop, but we're live and in effect Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The pregame, the morning run on the Pregame Network. Stay tuned later on today. Big Dog Chico show coming to you live. Keisha and Love said, "Love you, Chico," and I love you back. Until next time, the morning run. We're gonna be up and about this thing.
Jangling.
Peace in the Middle East. Yeah, y'all.